The United Way has been invaluable, helping us to achieve the mission that our organization sets out to accomplish, of helping at-risk students on the campuses of middle schools and high schools across the big country. Last year there was a new grant process with United Way called the Catalyst Grant, and the folks at United Way came to us and said, we have a partner that we think might be a perfect fit for you guys within that Catalyst Grant opportunity, and introduced us to Reach for a Difference.
I started a roadmap to resources because I had kept notes everywhere I had gone, and started a nonprofit called Reach for a Difference that helps other families now going through basically what we went through. Reach has grown so fast, I think because autism is growing so fast. Reach's mission is to fill the gaps in the community. If we can't find the resources that we need or that other families say that they need, then we build them ourselves. And so that's part of Reach's mission. That's why we started Phoebe's Closet. The things that we've been able to build are things that we've come across ourselves. And so we build it, and then we're able to give back and help these other families along the way that are coming up so that they don't have to go through what we've been through. We just kept expecting Phoebe to get better and better. And what we didn't realize was that her mental health was deteriorating. Phoebe finally broke down at one point, had to go to a Rivercrest hospital because they had 24-hour surveillance, and they watched her and they told us she had insomnia. She had, of course, autism, but she had anxiety, she had major depression. The recommendation was to take her out of school. It wasn't popular for me to pull her out of school, but after 2 years of being out of school, she wanted to socialize more and she wanted friends, and she had to grow her own desire to want to be back in that environment. And I think her being out those 2 years is what did that.
At Madison Middle School, we were introduced to a student named Phoebe, and our student success coach at Madison Middle School, Thurman Metters, has done a phenomenal job of building a relationship with Phoebe.
One of the things I wanted to do was just to be quiet and to listen to her. Initially, I wanted to hear her story and also build a relationship.
Years ago, whenever she was in school and she was being bullied and she was never able to express that to somebody or let them know, it was just kind of blown off. And I think that's when she just kept going further and further down.
Whenever I first came to school, I was scared. Usually with children with Asperger's or disabilities can be scary for them because sometimes they're thinking, what if people treat me different? What if people hate me because I'm different?
Since she's had Mr. Metters, it's like she went from rock bottom to extremely successful, not even just at school, but at home as well. Like her mentality has totally changed, knowing that she has someone at school to be her buddy and kind of protect her and back her when she needs it.
And she just has a different attitude.
She's a whole new person. And had she not had Mr. Metters there, all she needed was a friend, just one. And it just goes to show, that sometimes it just takes one person. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been back in school.
I'm sure that a few people will know Fantasia. I'm sure people have seen it before, but there was this one scene where the horse is sinking into the swamp of sadness. To me, that scene symbolizes how a person can sink into depression, and people who it feels like losing a loved one. When I began sinking into the swamp of sadness, and people like Mr. Metters have pretty much pulled me up out of there. He taught me how to be positive, don't let people get to you. And that's been a really important lesson to me.
She hasn't left school once, and that happened on many occasions.
Mr. Metters has made my life a whole lot better.
Phoebe is one example. In communities and schools, we case manage nearly 920 students in the big country area. And the dollars that are given to the United Way directly impact all of those students in some way, shape, or form. Without funding from generosity of our community, there's no doubt that we would have less impact on students like Phoebe. Your dollars make an impact, so thank you.